Hi, I think all of us would like to be growing fresh, healthy food for ourselves and our families. And if you don't have a garden or an allotment or a terrace, there's still things you can do. So this room, this living room, is actually my kitchen garden because I'm growing on the windowsills. Let me show you what I'm doing and then I'll show you how you can do it too. So what I'm growing is what's called microgreens. Here's an example. These are radishes that were started 5 days ago. They've done really well. They're going to be ready in 4 or 5 more days max. And really what I should do, if I was very organised, is start some more now, and then I'll have a continuous run of crops. You can do this all year round, by the way. Let me show you some other examples of things I'm growing. Here's some mustard seed. Not nearly so dramatic a crop, but interesting to use something which I found in the back of the cupboard, frankly. Here are chickpeas, and you can see some of them are growing a little green leaf upwards as well as the root down. So I know they look a bit like bean sprouts, but actually we're going to grow these to make little leafy plants which we'll then harvest. Here's some marrow-fat peas. And, you know, the big bags of these in the supermarket are not expensive, so it's a very cost-effective way. Very high in protein too, very, very good plants. What else? This one amuses me. Good container. These are turnip seeds, and I planted them after the radishes. They might catch up a bit. And it's also going to look great and maybe slightly surreal that you have this container with a lovely crop once it's ready to harvest. And just for people that have done this before, but you didn't call it microgreens, of course, when you grew cress as a child at school or with your kids, it's exactly the same technique. You're just going to harvest it when it's the height you want. Okay, let's take you through the steps and then you can get on with it yourself. So first, find your seeds or your grains, and those can be either garden seeds, more expensive and hard to get right now, or they can be things from the shop or things you find in the back of your cupboard. But in every case, they have to be the whole grain, not split or boiled or parboiled or steamed or anything like that. And the reason for that is it's got a live seed inside when it's a whole grain. It's got the hard exterior. You know, the peas themselves are very hard. And what we'll do as a second stage is soak the seeds like this. So I'm topping up water on top of lentils. And this is what I've been doing. Started 5 days ago, as I said. 5 days ago, I soaked these the evening before and let them all soften up. Because then the hard exterior of the seed softens and the living part of the seed inside can break through and start to bloom, start to put on leaves. And that's a bit like us, actually, because here we are in isolation, maybe with a shell around us, and we can connect on a project like this and blossom and flourish. Okay, so find your seeds, find your containers. Any of these random things that I've been using all work. There's a mushroom box as well. You don't need to use gardening kit. Find your seeds, find your containers, soak your seeds for the evening, the night rather. Then the next morning you can start planting out. And as you've seen, you know, some of mine are on just a bit of cotton wool or paper towel or a J-cloth, and some are in soil. I am experimenting and I'll share what we come up with, but all of those will work. So find your seeds, find your containers, soak the seeds, plant them out, and then keep them damp as long as they're growing nicely for you. So I'm breaking a bit of a gardening rule here with these containers. I'm not making a hole in so they can drain. So you put water in and the plants will take it up, or the earth will take it up, but it won't go anywhere else. That keeps your mantelpiece, keeps your windowsills tidy. But it means if you put too much water in, they'll be swimming and they'll probably start to rot. So don't let that happen. Just try and get the balance right. So keep them damp for as long as it takes. Radish may be one of the fastest you grow. When you've finished with an amount of soil or the cotton wool, well, you can put it in the compost heap, find some more and start the whole process again with the ones that work best for you. Then the last stage, of course, is that after you've brought this nature into your house and you've got the whole family involved, making little gardens of Eden on your windowsills, is to enjoy eating them. So we'll share how we come up with, we can share recipes, we can see which things we think taste the best. Good luck and enjoy.